Hi everybody, it's Katie Ashley. I am the Membership Support Coordinator at the Elko Area Chamber. Today I am here with Iolanda Gillins with Event Decor Concepts. She is the owner of this fabulous store. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think we'll just jump right in.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Perfect. So can you tell us about the history of your business and how you got started?
Yes, so about 13 years ago, it started as a this and that business. I do yard sales for people, I do a little party planning, I would finish furniture, I even would decorate headstones for loved ones when their families didn't live here. So it just became kind of things that you needed to do but didn't either have time or want to do. I would step in and help you. And I did that for a couple of years and then really decided that I needed to pick a direction. And my daughter was getting older and busier, so I felt like I had limited time. So I decided to go to interior design school, and I did that online. And then my business kind of morphed from a this and that business to parties interior design. And then I decided that I didn't want to always be working weekends with a busy daughter. So I decided that the event planning wasn't for me. And about that same time I was approached for home staging. A local realtor needed help staging a house, and I said why not, and I jumped into that. And so we did home staging and interior design, and then just about 2 years ago in June I had the opportunity to open a brick and mortar store here in Elko. And so now we don't do any parties. I mean, we party, but we don't do parties for other people.
Fair.
And we just concentrate on the interior design aspect, the home staging, and of course the store keeps us very busy also.
Yeah. So you're just kind of a woman of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. Well, I think you've mastered quite a bit. I mean, I've been in here
Thank
a
you.
few times, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So that kind of leads us into, you spoke a little bit about how your business has evolved over the years. I know at one point you had a little like pop-up boutique situation as well. So how has that expanded, and what are we looking at now?
Okay, so that's a great question, because I have always had a heart or a dream to open a store in Elko, a brick and mortar store where people could come in and shop and just feel inspired and appreciated and just kind of catch their breath. And so I started with a little pop-up boutique in a 14-foot trailer. And let me tell you, that was a lot of freaking work, because you're like putting it up so you know what it looks like, then you're tearing it down, and then you're going somewhere in the trailer and you're putting it up and you're taking it down, and you're doing it whether it's cold or rainy or hot. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. So about that time my husband and I had built a shop on our property to house all of my staging inventory. And so I just carved out a little section in that for mostly like my interior design clients to come and just kind of have a little place where they could like get something very unique that wasn't carried by a big box store, that's unique to them, so their home tells their story and not their neighbors. So that proved to be challenging in some other ways. And so one day I was just driving down Idaho Street and I saw a for lease sign, and I put together a presentation for my husband, PowerPoint and all.
I love that.
And prayed about it, and I just I truly believe that God allows things to happen in your life for your good and His glory. And I just said, you know what, God, if this is meant to be, please make it easy. And small business is not easy, but opening the store was seamless. From just getting the fire extinguishers serviced to being able to turnkey. This place was turnkey. My landlord's amazing. And I have fantastic staff that I couldn't do this without. So I believe that it's been seamless because I'm meant to be here.
I love that. That is such a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Yeah, and here we are in all of the great things. And what I love about your coming into your store is you, like you said, something unique for them. You cater to all kinds of different things. You have such diverse product in here, and it's wonderful.
I really try to make sure that I carry unique things, because my home, I like to know that my neighbor doesn't have whatever it is. And I think that a lot of people want that. They want their home to be unique to them. So I really try to only carry one or two of something. Now, if it's coffee or, gift items, that's a different story. But mirrors, art, I'll never order the same thing twice, because I want the customers to have unique things in their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you do a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. How long have you been a member of the Elko Area Chamber, and what has that experience been like for you?
Oh my gosh, it's a game changer. I've been a member of the chamber for several years, and the support and the cheerleading is just unmatched.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be able to have that support system, that we're so fortunate to have a team of people in our corner that want to see us succeed, that cheer us on, share our posts, are willing to do whatever they can to support us, and that as a small business is just invaluable.
Yeah, I love that. I love being your guys' biggest fan.
Yeah.
I just need a little thing. Chamber's your biggest fan. Little flags.
It is truly, I don't know, it's just even the classes, and just, I can't stress how important the chamber is to my business, because any resource that I'm looking for, I know that I can come to the chamber, and if they can't help me, they'll point me in the right direction, and that is amazing. And usually, more often than not, they're helping.
Well, we're glad we can be there for you.
Yes.
It's my favorite part of my job is I get to spend time with you guys.
Yeah.
It's fun. In what ways does your business give back to or engage with the local community?
So I have a heart for high school sports. My daughter is a high school athlete, and I think that our high school athletes, they have to have their grades up. They have to be great at their sport. They have to practice. They have so much on their plate. And I'm really impressed by our high school athletes. And often I don't feel like they get enough credit for how young they are and how much they have on their plate and how much pressure. So I really love to support our high school athletes. I also love to support things like Horizon Hospice, communities and schools. Those are all so near and dear to my heart. But we also do little give backs during parades, and not a whole lot of people know that. So we are on the parade route. So during the parade, and in the summer it's hot, but we're on the shady side of the street during the parade. So we walk down the block and we hand out little goodies for the kids while they're waiting, so they can play or have something to do while they're waiting. And then in the winter during the snowflake Festival and the Parade of Lights. We also like to serve our community s'mores and hot chocolate free of charge.
Oh, I love
Because
that.
again, we're on the end of the parade route and it's cold. So we set up a fire pit so they can roast marshmallows. We do outdoor heaters and we do hot chocolate to keep them warm.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, now I know where I'll take my kids for the parade.
Yes. Yes.
We'll come hang out with you.
Yes.
That's so beautiful. I love that. I think that's something, obviously you thought of it, and it's definitely something that's valuable and needed for the community. You know, sitting outside during the parades, it can get exhausting, but I love that. I don't think that's something that everyone kind of has in their heads to do.
Well, and I just really, I'm a small business, and so that's one small thing I can do to give back to our community that is just kind of unexpected, and, you know, we enjoy doing it. My girls are amazing, and they love doing it, and so, yeah, interacting with our community is the best. I grew up here, and so I love this community, and so if we can just give back in any small way, I think it's valuable.
Awesome. What role do you see your business playing in the growth of the local economy?
So it is so important to me that our community has a place to shop. Because really coming in and supporting a small business is so much more fun than clicking add to cart, right?
Yeah.
And so if I can give them options, if I can give them variety, and it's a happy place to come and shop, and our customers feel valued, that just keeps all those dollars here in Elko. And honestly, I think the more they shop in Elko, keeping their shopping dollars here in Elko obviously benefits our community, but also then they're not going out of town because they're getting their needs met here.
Yeah.
And you know, I spend a lot of time and effort thinking about what our community needs. And I only have 700 square feet of showroom space, so I have to be super picky. But I think about, okay, what is it that you go out of town for? You go out of town to shop and eat.
Yes.
Well, not a restaurant, but I am a small retail space, and so if I can offer those things that they don't need to go out of town for, that's great.
Yeah. I think, you know, as someone who also grew up in this community, sometimes we don't realize that supporting local means, you know, supporting the business where your kids might work one day, or, you know, supporting your neighbor, your friend, your family member. Like it all comes back. We're all, you know, in this together.
Right.
So.
Right. And, you know, that's the one thing that people don't understand, I think often, is I can support and give back to our community because our community supports me.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great relationship, you know, that, you know, they come in and they ask me by name to support whatever, baseball, and they know my name because their parents have been in here shopping. And I love that. I love that it's like just a great, Elko is so good about supporting each other. And I love that about our community. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you share a proud moment or a major success that your business has experienced?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like the culmination of Event Decor Concepts. I am, you know, I did interior design school, but they give you like the very basics, and I feel like I'm very, very self-taught. And I've built this business from the ground up. You know, I started so small, and I'm still small, but every blood, sweat, and tears has like, I'm just so proud of what I've built, because I've built it from like so small, like not knowing where to even go for a website, to having now 2 websites built, and opening a brick and mortar, and having a staff of 6.
Wow.
And it takes time. It's taken 13 years to get here, but I'm so proud to say that I have an extremely supportive husband.
That's important.
And my daughter is one of my biggest cheerleaders, but also surrounding myself with like-minded people that are like always there to cheer me on. And I mean, I just think about where I started decorating headstones and helping people with yard sales, to now having a successful home staging business and interior design business, and now a brick and mortar.
Yeah, it's amazing, and congratulations on all you've achieved.
Thank you.
I mean, again, huge accomplishments here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great. I love what we've built here.
How do you stay ahead of trends and changes in your industry?
So, I go to markets twice a year. I flip through design magazines, and I scroll way too late into the night. But honestly, I really think that it's important, when I am thinking about what to bring into the store, or how to decorate a house, or how to stage a house, to think about like classics meets fresh. I was raised on a ranch in Mountain City by a father who immigrated from Italy, and he was raised in the Depression. So I really have the value of picking things that stand the test of time. So and of course it's always nice to freshen up things, but I really take a lot of time thinking about not necessarily trends, but how to keep a classic fresh and where those two meet. Of course there are like trends that we follow, but we follow them loosely, because I truly believe that we want your space to tell your story and not the latest trend story. So there is a balancing act of appreciating the things that you're buying, because it will last the test of time, but also being able to add those little things that make things fresh and keep it exciting.
Well, especially because, trends can come and go.
Yes.
Everything comes into style, goes out of style, could come back into style.
Right.
But some of those, those set pieces that are going to last your family for generations, that's where you want to put your heart and soul into.
Right.
I love that.
And your dollars.
And your dollars.
Yeah. People work really hard for their money. And I want to make sure that they have really quality pieces that stand the test of time, and that in 2 years isn't going to be like, oh, that's so last year. I want them to be in love with their pieces for a long time.
All right. And lastly, what is one piece of advice you'd give to other entrepreneurs or small business owners?
It takes guts. It takes guts to be a small business owner. I believe that God puts a dream in our heart, and it's there for a reason. If it's not meant for us, it won't be there. So trust your gut and surround yourself with like-minded individuals who have your back, who you can bounce ideas off of, who cheer for you. And my family has been a huge support as far as just cheering me on and you know, there's good days and bad days, and they celebrate the good days with me and help me through the bad days. And my community that I've built with some badass women, I mean, they are just strong and smart and fierce. And when you build that community of like-minded people, like, you're just unstoppable.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you have that support system.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that you have this beautiful location right in the center of Elko.
Yes, me too.
And, you know, I can't wait to see what else you do, because I know,
Thank you.
knowing you, I know big things are going to come. Might be a
Thank
small
you.
business, but it's big personality.
Thank
and I
you.
love that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Yolanda, can you tell us where people can find you?
Yes, we're at 1074 Idaho Street, Suite 140. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is Event Decor Concepts, and Instagram is Decor Concepts Boutique.
I love that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, stop in and see Yolanda. Thank you for having me
Thank
today.
you so much, Katie. It's been great to visit with you.
It has been a wonderful time. I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
All right, guys. Again, Katie Ashley with the Elko Area Chamber. Make sure you're following the Elko Area Chamber on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and check out our website, elkonevada.com. Thanks, everybody.
Cool.